Hello, Watch World. It's Angel here again at SwissWatchExpo, and today we're looking at my top choices for best options to start off 2023 entry-level Rolexes. Stick around. So we're back with a new video, and this week we're going to be taking a look at my top choices for best entry-level Rolex models for someone who maybe doesn't have a Rolex yet, but they're unsure of which watch to choose. So we have three unique versions here, not your typical watches that you would see that someone chooses when they choose a Rolex. The first up we have is the Turnograph. We also have the Cellini, and we have a vintage Datejust. So let's get started. The first option that I've chosen is the blue dial Turnograph. The reason I chose this is because it gives you a lot of versatility. It's a great tool watch, giving you that Datejust feel, but actually some functioning in the bezel here. With the Turnograph, you typically see these with the white dial or the black dial. I thought the blue was a great, unique yet neutral color that you could add to your wardrobe. You'll have the red second sweep as well as the red date here. Many times you'll see the red date and the black date together on the watches, creating the Rolex roulette date wheel. However, on the Turnograph, it's going to be red for all of the dates, which I think is a great touch, something very unique. I haven't really seen any other Rolex models that do the complete red dates. Please correct me down in the comments if you have seen another model that doesn't employ that Rolex roulette date wheel, and I'd love to maybe showcase that on another video. Just also another little detail on the bezel here. It's going to be done in the 18 karat white gold, which gives a little precious metal to this watch too, so you feel as though you've stepped into luxury truly with a watch like this. Also, you'll have the bi-directional bezel, meaning it will go back and forth. And you use this bezel here to time different things. It's very simple to use if you've never used a rotating bezel before. And essentially what you'll do is take the arrow and place it at the minute in which you have started the task. And once that time has elapsed, you'll be able to see how long it took for whatever it is that you're timing, whether it's, how long you've cooked your steak, or if it's time to take the cupcakes out of the oven, you can time that here. Or if you're actually in aviation, it's great for that too. A lot of people know this watch as the Thunderbird, based after the Flying Squadron Thunderbirds. And so that's kind of where that nickname for the watch came from. A lot of nicknames for some of the Rolex watches. So the Thunderbird and the Turnograph are one and the same. This watch is going to be a 36 millimeter, so great size for everyday wear. It slips under a sleeve very nicely, so you could dress it up or wear it casually. And it's definitely a watch that is a collectible because this watch was actually retired in 2011. So you can't get this model anymore except here at SwissWatchExpo. So it's a great option for someone who's looking for something a little different than what you typically see in the Rolex collection. So number one. Next up, I'm going to go with the vintage Datejust. So everyone knows the Rolex models from the Datejust. However, vintage gives it another little twist that creates a great conversation piece for you, gives it some details that are a little different from your current Rolex models. One of the main things is the weight is great. It's nice and light, doesn't have the solid links through the middle. It's actually open O designed links. So that way it feels nice and comfortable, great for someone who doesn't normally wear a watch, great transitional watch for that reason. This particular model is going to be in the steel and gold, so it'll work for whatever videos that are, so it will work for whatever attire that you're wearing, whatever jewelry you're wearing. You can wear this constantly, especially with that champagne dial. Just to speak towards some of the differences with the vintage models versus the current models, one thing is you'll have the acrylic crystal, which is also very lightweight, kind of gives some detail that it is in fact a vintage Rolex. You will also have some details such as the Teridium markers, which is the older version of illumination that they would use to indicate the hours. So this one in particular, it has patinaed out really nicely. It matches the dial gorgeously. You probably can't even see them that much on camera, but in person, it is absolutely beautiful. The markers are also very different in the fact that the indices have black lines down the side, which gives some more detail to the indices to make them stand out even more. I don't see that on a lot of current Rolex models. You'll still have your date wheel covered by the Cyclops, fluted bezel in the 18 karat yellow gold done with the steel. Also, you'll have your original Jubilee bracelet with a flip lock clasp, nice and smooth finish on the back. But again, it gives you a really nice lightweight Rolex to wear. And then a lot of times people try to find these with their birth year in mind. This one is actually my birth year. So if you hop online and you see this model and you take a look at the product description, you can find out how old I am. So let's move on to my last choice, and that is going to be the Rolex Cellini. A lot of people see this watch and think that the name is Cellini, but it is Cellini with an ode to Italy in the name there. And the reason I chose this is because it's unlike any other Rolex models that are out there. It has a beautiful elongated case. Now, just to tell you, we also have Cellinis that are going to have round cases if something like that appeals to you. But the reason I chose this is because you're going to be stopped when you wear this one and ask, what type of watch is that? And when you tell clients or when you tell people that this is actually a Rolex, they're going to be very intrigued because they've never seen anything like this before. You'll have a split dial here, which is absolutely gorgeous with the black, white, and red. The case is going to be approximately 28 millimeters across and 47 millimeters long. So it will sit beautifully on most wrists because it's not really bulky. It's done in the 18 karat white gold. You'll also have the skin strap and an 18 karat white gold deployant clasp on there, which is really nice. It'll give you the versatility, and also it'll help the strap to wear a lot more over time rather than your typical tang buckle. So that's a great one. And then they've done a treat for you, of course. I always love to show the exhibition case back. The movement on this one is gorgeous with the 21 jewels inside of the movement. So the Cellini, I think an absolutely gorgeous and stunning model for someone who maybe even has a Rolex or two, but wants something different in the collection. So if you want to start your 2023 off right, I think that these three watches will give you a great new addition to your collection, or even a great start to a collection that's going to grow forever. So let me know your favorite watches for 2023. I'd love to hear, and give us a shout out down in the comments, and we will see you on the website. Give us a call. Thanks.